I think like talking about the mechanical keyboard hobby is a pretty broad thing. So I guess to generalize it, a mechanical keyboard uses these mechanical switches that go into your board. These switches are the mechanism that defines like the key press. Hi, my name is Mark and I go by Merkeebs on YouTube and all my socials, and I'm a self-proclaimed keyboard YouTuber.
When did you first start in getting into mechanical keyboards?
I think I started sometime in like 2016. I was like in the middle of college. I went to a trip to Japan and I picked up my first mechanical keyboard, which was a Razer Black Widow 2016 edition. So it was one of those all black and green gaming keyboards, and it had that really satisfying click. Back then, pre-builts were kind of the only option, but now pre-built options are kind of actually pretty well valued. We have bare bones aluminum keyboards that start at 3,000, 4,000 pesos, whereas like before, to get your hands on even an affordable, like quote unquote affordable aluminum keyboard, that would cost you 8,000 minimum. If you want to do everything yourself, you could buy a bare bones keyboard, you could pop in your own switches, your own keycaps, your own set of stabilizers, and really make the board 100% your own, like truly a custom keyboard. The hobby is all about preference. And that's a major thing. That's a major part of the hobby, which is why like I still kind of get super confused whenever somebody asks me, what's the best switch, what's the best keyboard, what's the best like mods to do. I'm like, it all depends on your personal preference. Like there's really no best. It really depends on what you like. The community in the Philippines, like the keyboard community in particular, is absolutely massive, and I never really like expected it to get that huge. Like again, a lot of this stemmed mid-pandemic. You know, everyone was at home, they had nothing to do, so they just spent money on keyboards and started all these Facebook page discussions and everything. I would compare the mechanical keyboard hobby to sneakers because it's all like mid-pandemic especially, it was always hype drops. I do my fair share of like buying from both hobbies, mechanical keyboard and sneakers. So hoarding in the hobby is pretty common, but there are some people who are surprisingly satisfied with what they buy and then just quit altogether. I don't understand those people. I guess it depends on the person really. But yeah, hoarding is really another thing in the hobby. It's giving them a lot more variety with like the boards that they try, gives them different sounds, different feels, everything. But to some people, they're like satisfied with this one and done keyboard and that's it.